The American auto industry is experiencing significant challenges. Detroit, historically a central hub of manufacturing, is now navigating a period of considerable transition. The city's streets, once busy with workers and vehicles, are noticeably quieter, reflecting a shift in the industry's stability. Protectionist trade policies, including tariffs on steel, aluminum, and imported vehicles, have had unintended consequences. While these measures were designed to support American jobs, they have also introduced complexities that impact the industry's operations. The tariffs have disrupted Detroit's supply chains. Many factories that previously operated continuously are now paused, with assembly lines waiting for parts that are delayed or have become more expensive to import. Major automakers such as GM, Ford, and Stellantis are now managing increased material costs and operational challenges. The higher prices for components and raw materials are affecting profit margins and placing pressure on the workforce. Automakers are faced with difficult decisions: either absorb the increased costs or raise vehicle prices. Both options carry risks, including potential loss of market share or the need for workforce reductions. Over time, the impact of tariffs has accumulated. Factories are seeing unused materials build up, deadlines are being missed, and both workers and management are expressing concern about ongoing disruptions. Retaliatory tariffs from other countries and ongoing supply chain issues have further complicated the situation. As international partners respond, American exports encounter new obstacles and the delivery of essential parts slows, affecting production schedules. The original intent of these policies was to strengthen American industry. However, the current environment presents significant challenges to the sector's stability and growth. The effects are evident across the workforce and the communities that rely on these jobs. Detroit, once a symbol of industrial strength, is now at the center of these economic adjustments. The city's role in the auto industry is evolving as it adapts to new realities. Factories, workers, and local communities are all experiencing the effects of these changes. Families are considering their options, and neighborhoods are working together to address the uncertainty. The industry is now focused on how to adapt. Executives are evaluating strategies, unions are advocating for their members, and workers are preparing for possible changes in employment. The situation is complex, and the decisions made in the near future will have lasting effects on Detroit and the broader American manufacturing sector. Detroit is at a pivotal point. The direction chosen now will influence whether the city can adapt and thrive, or face continued challenges in the years ahead. Stellantis, a major player in the global automotive industry, is currently experiencing significant operational challenges. With a presence across multiple continents and a workforce in the hundreds of thousands, the company's extensive network is particularly susceptible to changes in the global economic environment. The recent implementation of higher tariffs has disrupted Stellantis' supply chains, interrupting the flow of essential parts and materials. As a result, the company has incurred substantial financial losses and has paused production at several U.S. plants, leading to temporary closures. The Belvidere assembly plant was the first to close, followed by the Warren and Toledo facilities. These closures have contributed to a broader set of operational difficulties for Stellantis in the United States. As a consequence, over 15,000 workers have been laid off. The effects extend beyond the company, impacting suppliers, local businesses, and communities that are economically connected to these factories. Investor sentiment has declined, resulting in a notable drop in Stellantis' stock price and a reduction in market value. This development has prompted ongoing discussions among analysts and shareholders regarding the company's outlook. Stellantis' international strategy and global supply network, once considered key strengths, are now presenting new challenges. The current environment of economic nationalism and protectionist policies is placing additional pressure on cross-border operations. The situation at Stellantis highlights the broader risks faced by global corporations in the context of protectionist measures. The impact is being observed throughout the industry and beyond. Well-known brands such as Jeep and Dodge are also affected, with their future direction now subject to the company's ability to respond to these challenges. Within Stellantis, leadership and engineering teams are actively engaged in discussions and planning sessions to identify potential solutions. The company's response in the coming period will be critical. The outcome will have implications not only for Stellantis, but also for the many families, small businesses, and communities that are connected to its operations. The situation remains ongoing, and the process of adjustment and recovery is expected to take time. GM and Ford have experienced challenges, but their domestic supply chains have provided a degree of stability. Tariffs have increased costs by billions of dollars, leading both companies to adjust prices and manage tighter profit margins. Ford is modifying its supply network to source more components from North America, while GM is absorbing some of the additional costs to remain competitive. Production slowdowns and parts shortages have become more common, affecting both customers and dealerships. The average price of new vehicles has surpassed $50,000, prompting some buyers to consider used cars or foreign brands. While large-scale layoffs have been avoided, both companies are operating with reduced margins and facing ongoing strategic challenges. The tariff situation has highlighted areas of vulnerability, even for established automakers. In today's interconnected market, all automakers are affected by changes in global trade. The outlook for Detroit's major automakers remains open to change. North America's auto industry has historically relied on seamless cross-border trade. For many years, factories in the United States, Canada, and Mexico collaborated closely, forming a network that contributed to economic growth and innovation. Cars and parts moved efficiently, and the industry represented international cooperation and shared prosperity. The introduction of recent tariffs has altered this system, changing a previously efficient model into one with new challenges. Trade barriers have disrupted established processes, leading to uncertainty for factories and workers. A single part may cross borders several times before becoming part of a finished vehicle. Now, each crossing involves additional costs, paperwork, and potential delays. Processes that were once straightforward are now more complex and expensive. Automakers are faced with a decision: either absorb the tariffs and accept reduced profits, or restructure their supply chains, which would require significant time and investment. This situation has resulted in job losses across the US, Canada, and Mexico. Some factories, such as those in Windsor, Ontario, have closed, affecting local communities. Economic challenges have contributed to political tensions among the countries involved. Leaders are balancing the need to support domestic industries with the importance of maintaining international relationships. The expectation of frictionless trade has shifted to a period marked by uncertainty and fragmentation. Companies now face unpredictable costs and delivery schedules. Long-term planning has become more difficult. Business leaders must make decisions with limited information, as future policy changes remain unclear. The North American supply chain, once highly integrated, now operates as a collection of separate entities, with each company adjusting its approach. Automakers and suppliers are reevaluating their operations, investing in new technologies and seeking alternative sources for materials. The system, developed over decades through planning and cooperation, has changed significantly in a short period, resulting in ongoing uncertainty. These changes are impacting communities on both sides of the border. Families are relocating, towns are experiencing economic shifts, and the stability once associated with the industry has diminished. The future of North American manufacturing is currently uncertain. The decisions made in this period will influence the region's economic landscape for years to come. U.S. tariffs led to global responses, shifting a domestic policy into an international trade dispute. Countries such as the EU, Canada, and Mexico implemented their own measures, affecting American exports and influencing economic conditions. As a result, American-made vehicles face greater challenges in foreign markets, reducing export opportunities for Detroit manufacturers. China adjusted by developing new partnerships and redirecting supply chains away from the United States. These developments contributed to smaller markets, weakened alliances, and a less connected American economy. Trade policy has become an important aspect of both diplomacy and negotiation. The global economic landscape is now more complex and divided. The effects of protectionist policies are evident across multiple industries, not just automotive. Stellantis is moving forward with Project Phoenix, a comprehensive restructuring plan. The company plans to reduce the number of vehicle platforms, increase parts sharing, and make significant investments in electric vehicles and U.S. battery plants. The objectives are to lower costs, improve supply chain management, and adapt to a market with higher tariffs. These changes are expected to result in job reductions and may lead to labor disputes. The company is allocating substantial resources to electrification, though the results remain uncertain. Stellantis is restructuring its operations during a period of significant industry change. The results of these efforts will influence both the company's and Detroit's future. Each layoff affects not only individual workers, but also their families and the broader community. In towns such as Belvidere, Illinois, the closure of manufacturing plants removes a key source of local economic activity. Many skilled workers must consider relocation or accept positions with lower wages, leading to uncertainty about their future employment. The shutdown of factories often results in decreased business for local shops, lower school enrollments, and declining property values. These changes can have a significant impact on the overall stability of affected communities. While retraining programs are available, they do not always guarantee a return to previous income levels or job security. Trade policy shifts can result in job losses and economic challenges for many workers and their communities. Cities like Detroit continue to experience the long-term effects of these economic changes. Detroit's history reflects resilience and ongoing adaptation. Automakers are focusing on electric and autonomous vehicles, aiming for innovation to guide the industry forward. The United Auto Workers continue efforts to maintain employment, though the current challenges are significant. The situation extends beyond manufacturing, involving adaptation to a complex global economic environment. Protectionist trade policies have introduced uncertainty into long-term planning. Transitioning to electric vehicles involves considerable risk, new supply chains, and substantial investment. Factors such as consumer demand, government incentives, and international competition contribute to ongoing uncertainty. The future of the industry will be shaped by strategic decisions, policy developments, and adaptability. Detroit's workforce remains committed, though the challenges ahead are considerable. The coming years will clarify whether resilience will be sufficient. The industry is at a crossroads, and the outcome remains to be seen. Detroit's current situation offers important insights for American industry as a whole. In today's interconnected world, isolationist policies often have unintended consequences for both workers and companies. The pursuit of self-sufficiency must be balanced with the realities of global supply chains. Detroit's outlook will be shaped by thoughtful trade policies, technological investment, and workforce support. These issues extend beyond the automotive sector, influencing America's broader role in the global economy. Decisions made today will have a lasting impact on the nation's industrial landscape. Detroit's experience serves as an indicator for the direction of American manufacturing. The legacy of Detroit, and of American industry, is being determined by choices made in this period.